Alright, good morning all. Feeling a little better today. So, whoop, almost fell. Gotta clean this place up. It's looking like a friggin' mess in here. Anyway, those are the extra boards that I pulled out of my board bin because they had a crap ton of copper on them and I still want to pull off. This is what we came here to see. This is all the crap we took out of that oven and that dryer the other day. Sans this guy. I just want to see what's in there. We might do that this video. Who knows? But anyway, this is the big pile of crap I got out of there. Well, the crap. This is the goodies. This ain't even the crap. This I'm just going to throw into the silver bin because I don't know what the hell else to do with it. There are places to buy this Mylar. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, I'll put that over there for now. But we'll take off the relays and stuff on here, get the copper out of them. I believe that's a board from something else, but who knows? Could be from this. Probably from this because I haven't pulled anything off of it yet. Some little boards from the stuff that we pulled apart. That's from that toaster oven we ripped apart that day. I don't think there's really any copper or anything. It's mostly silver contacts in here. But heck, we'll go through it because we did this whole bucket that same day. Hopefully that's copper. And so on and so forth. We'll go through everything. So, without ado, let's get started here, people. Alright, people. Let's start pulling stuff out of the bucket and see what we got here. So these all should be relays, so we'll rip them off. Same thing with that board. That's just got some copper. That might be a relay. Not sure. Let's start with the boards, I guess. Definitely some copper on there. And that's all the boards we collected. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. We're back. Trying to get stuff out and set up here, and went and done hit the wrong button. Just so everybody, you know, not so everyone knows, but just a little thing I like to do this time of year. I like to give back to children's hospitals and that kind of thing. Something people don't think about. There's kids in there. They're spending most of their time in there, and that's all they know. Some of these kids, they don't leave. Yeah, it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but I like to donate to those kind of places this time of year, especially just because, for the most part, because my grandson was in one last year for 3 months in a coma, and so I've experienced, sorry, I'm out of view. I've experienced what some of these people go through on a slight bit, not on a major bit. Some of these people are there, and that's, yeah. Some of these kids are there without parents even. Gonna cut these little silver contacts off. I'll clean them up a little better later, and then the rest goes in the board scrap. But anyway, I like to donate a little bit of money, especially around Christmas time, to children's hospitals. Usually I do it to St. Jude. This year I'm going to do it to Barnabas Children's Hospital, Central Jersey Children's Hospital, for taking such good care of my grandson who got bit by a mosquito. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's contacts in there while I'm talking, which it looks like there is right there. You can see that moving. That's silver contact right up in there. Got bit by a mosquito, and yeah, he had West Nile. So that's what I plan on doing for my donation this year. everyone does their own thing. Some people can't afford to. I don't have much. I give what I can. Anyway, thank you for listening to my little rant about giving, and we will continue on with the video. Silver contact. I'll put that up here with my silver contact stuff, and I feel like I just dropped one, which I believe I did. Not a big deal. I will find it on the floor later. Anyway, there it is. I'm trying to get the focus here, sorry. That little square inside of the copper almost looks black. That's silver. And yes, it's going to take a crap ton of that to make anything. But anyway, back to what we're doing here. Yes, and we got a little bit of brass there. I don't normally talk about stuff like that, but it's something that, is near and dear to my heart. And some of these kids, they're there without parents even. And they're just there because the parents got to work. Parents got to take care of paying the bills. And not all the time, but there's a good amount of kids there that they don't have people there every day like some people do. My grandson had his family there every day, especially his mother. And yeah, so anything you can do to help somebody in need is always helpful. Sorry, I'm off film doing this. I know. I'm sorry about that. Let me move my chair up. Get closer to you guys. Alright, that's what I was doing. I was breaking that apart to get the copper out of there. So, every one of these are different. Some of these come apart real easy, some don't. There we go. Usually they just come apart just like that. And if we get that tape off of there, we should be a lot better off. Because all that will unwind. Let's get that off of there. Should probably put a bucket underneath myself when I'm doing these coppers. I know. Where's my container? I'm all being a dum-dum. Let's move that stuff out the way. Oop. We got a leaf. We don't need a leaf. We need a clean bin. This is kind of dirty. Wow, really dirty. I left it outside. Obviously in the rain. That crap out there real quick. If we weren't doing number 2 copper, I wouldn't give a dang. But since we're doing copper, I like to keep my bucket as clean as possible. So, pull that crap out of there. They don't want to pay you for plastic and tape. They want to pay you for clean copper, not crap. So let's see. We'll pile all the number 2 in here, and we'll see how much number 2 we got out. Those couple units there, the dryer and the wall oven. And we will have some number 2 insulated, obviously, too. So, sheesh, this tape just does not want to come off today, people. There we go. Yes, I'm going to clean that off. Just clean this piece of tape off. That's a lot of copper on there. I'm not gonna go crazy because it'd take forever to get it off there, and it really ain't worth it. But anyway, these are pretty simple. Once you get everything off of it, just like a string of copper. I love doing that. It's fun. These things are great. Alright. So that's how you do those. So I won't bore you with doing the whole thing, but that's how you do those. I'll just cut the rest off of here, and we'll keep going on to the next. So let me get that cut off, and we'll be right back. And just so you know, what I do is I just take a blade, just keep cutting. Pull it off. And that's it. So I'll keep doing that, and we'll be back. You can use any implement, just cut it off any way you can. Alright, and that's all you do, just cut it right off, and that's just out of one relay, so I mean, it's not a lot, but you add them all up, that goes right in the shred pile. You add all these relays up, each relay, you know, that adds up after a while. You'll eventually get a pound going. That's one relay. I don't even know which one we did. We did the little board. So that's just one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. Got 3 little ones there. Got all these things here, the transformers and stuff. Got this one that fell off. So we'll keep going. I mean, these all work the same. It's all the same stuff. I'll go through them real quick, and then we'll come back. But yeah, it's all the same. And I'll show you how much I get out of it. Other than that, yeah, we keep the silver contacts like I showed you. And I'll come back and I'll show you everything that I get out of here. I'll make a little pile of the contacts, a little pile of the copper in here, and we'll go from there. I'm not going to bore you with taking all these apart. It's not going to take long, but it's kind of tedious and stupid to watch the same thing over and over again. So I'll clean these up, then we'll do the bonus boards and continue on through our pile of stuff here. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, I depopulated everything I wanted off them boards. That's what I got off of those 3 boards. That's just those boards, by the way. The rest of the board goes on the board scrap. We have a place around here that pays a little bit more than you would get if you had sold them as shreds, so that's why I keep them. Plus I get all this copper off them, so it all adds up in the end. But I just rip them off with a pair of pliers, diagonal cutters, pliers, whatever takes them off. Just rip them right off. Doesn't matter. And I will go through all this, and we'll be back with the copper count. Well, with the copper amount, you'll see the ball that we get out of these few little things, and how many silver contacts we get out of here. I'll pile them up over here. That's the ones we just took off the other one, and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys on the next section of this. Okay, we're back. I did a bunch of them. I crumbled it all together, so I mean, that's a pretty good amount out of those few things that I did. Probably at least a half a pound. So get that out of the way. So this is what I got left. These 2 are broken relays. This is a full relay. It's a little transformer. I'll show you how I do them real quick. This is the simplest way I found to do them. on transformers, you gotta start by breaking the plastic case off. Just pull that little bad boy right out of there. Now on these, right in there, several silver contacts. So we're just gonna gently pull that whole piece off. As you can see right in there's a couple silver contacts. So we'll keep that part separate and we'll just break the plastic off of it. Right there's one and one on that side. So we'll cut that off. We'll take that piece of number 2 off of there, and then we're left with a spool of copper. So all I do is take my diagonal cutters, just cut that little piece right off. Right in the center of that square piece is silver. That goes with the silver pile. Then you're left with this. Sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. If they don't come off, break it off. Little piece of number 2. Spool. The big side there, the little side there. I take and hold the big side. Pair of pliers. Take my cutters. Sorry, plastic's breaking off of it. And I just cut. Just kind of get that piece off there. So once we get that bottom piece off there, it all comes right apart. There we go. And just break that plastic right off of there. Oop. Sorry. Okay. Plastic off of there. Wrap that little bit of tape. We don't want the tape, we just want the copper. More tape. Just try and keep everything separate. You might have to take a little razor knife, cut that tape. Knife's a little dull, sorry. And just take the rest of that tape off there. And peel as much of that copper back off as you can from that tape. And then toss the rest because it ain't worth trying to mess with. Unless you need the money that bad, then hey, go for it. You don't want any tape in there because they will ding you. So we'll get that out of there. So you're left with that. Of course, this one's going to be like, I'm not coming off no matter what you say. So what you do, there's a little plastic or piece insulator inside there. Just take your diagonals, you crush the inside, get that plastic all crushed up, then bam. You just got to get the plastic out of the inside. And just pull that right off there, all that yummy number 2. Yummy, 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 yummy. Like I said, it ain't much, but it all adds up. You do a bunch of these, you will get a nice little handful. Add this with the rest of your number 2. We'll come back to that piece. And we'll just get that little piece of plastic out of there. I don't want the plastic. There you go. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. I just from one tiny little relay. Tiny one too. You can see the plastic right there. If that gives you problems coming off there, you just pull that plastic right off, cut it up like I did the other one. But usually, for most part, it comes right off that once you get that the little end cut off. That's a whole little bale number 2. In the bucket. Same thing with these other ones. Bam, bam. All does the same. Ton of copper left over. I mean, look at that. All number 2. I know it ain't much, but like I said, it'll add up. And for these little guys, these are even easier. These aren't like the big ones. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Get that there. Look at that. It's already breaking apart, just taking the tape off. Get your cutters. Just cut all that crap off. All that crap off. Take tape off there. Bam. Another little chunk of copper. These little relays, they add up quick. If you're micro scrapping boards, I mean, this is most of your money right here. You make more off this little bit here than you would the whole board. And there's 5 of these things on this board at least. Bam. Out of that little thing. I mean, that's a handful just out of those couple. We would do like 5, 6 of them maybe total. So, I mean, that's pretty good. We'll keep on. I'll do these last 2. I'll clean the silver tabs up, and I'll show you how many silver tabs we got, and then we'll move on to the next stuff. All right. That's what we ended up just from those relays and a couple of transformers. That's all silver contact material. Yeah, there's a little bit of plastic and stuff I got to cut off, but all the little tabs are silver contacts, so they'll go get cleaned up and go in the silver contact bin. So let's keep on. What's going on? Let's see what's in the bucket next. All right. Take all this tape off this wiring, which I plan on doing. That's clean number 2. Insulated wire. Gotta get all the tape, all the ends, all the fittings and crap off there. Got some number 1 there. Take that out. Some places do not buy that as number 1, so do not go buy that. Everywhere is different. And we'll just cut that tape off there. It's already cut off. And you'll be left with number 1 and insulated number 2. Now on the sticker number 2 for the power wires, that stuff strips pretty easy. Throw that in our bin with the number 2 for now. We'll separate that later. This stuff I'm not going to show you cleaning up, but you got brass ends on that. They can come off. You're throwing in the brass pile. Clean all this stuff up. Get rid of all the weird ends and all the crap, plastic and tape. That's number 2 insulated, which we'll just make a pile of that. This is from that snowblower. We'll pop that open. There should be some goodies in there. Some cordage. We'll give it a little snippy snip. I got a whole bucket right here of ends. Well, not full, but that's my end bucket. That'll get thrown into the extension cords. Same with that, right in the extension cords. Smash that guy open. Smash that guy open. Some transformers we gotta cut open. Look at that, more relays and stuff. They're everywhere. Everywhere. I have no clue what that is, but it looks like some kind of switch, so there's probably some kind of silver contacts in there. It's still all smashy. Smashing fun. Smash. Bam, bam. Alright. Yep. Some goodies in there. There's a switch. Ooh, sorry. Some wire, some plastic. So that's a switch. So that will have some silver contacts in it. You can cut that off. That can go in clean brass. Same with that. The rest of it goes in insulated wires. That I'll throw in the plug-in bin to be cleaned up later. Just go bam. Just cut them right there, and that goes right in the clean brass. Okay. A little bit of brass in them. Whether it's worth trying to break them open or not, let's find out. Probably not. Right in a shred. Alright. It's got a couple screws in it. Let's just unscrew it real quick. See what happens. It can't touch. And then we'll smash it. I do see some brass. Shred. There might be some copper up in there. Not sure. We can peel that open and find out. Ooh. There we go. That was worth it. Look at all them silver contacts and copper in there. Silver contact. Oh. Kidoki. Smashy. Alright, let's get rid of this plastic. Get that out of there. Let's see what we came up with. piece of steel. Ends there, silver contacts, get them cut off. They'll go in the silver contact bin. Rip the rest of that copper off there. That goes in clean copper. And the other shit probably stainless, but we ain't collecting that. Little brass on that one. So yeah, I'll clean them up real quick and we'll be right back. Alright. So I came up with, I'm guessing stainless. I don't know. I didn't check it. Some clean brass. That's all number 2. And all that is silver contact material. And there's some pretty big silver contacts. That was that switch from the dryer. So, I mean, that's probably 50 cents worth of silver at least. So, hey. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I don't know. I'd have to melt it down and acid and bring it back to see how much real silver's in there. But either way, it's more than what I had before. So we'll put them right up here. We'll have a big silver contact cleanup coming up real soon. I got a bunch of material to clean up. And I will be videoing that. For the number 2. That goes into clean brass. Alright. Heck, that's only one knob. You can pull that open. There might be more stuff in there. I think we're getting to that side. Maybe. A vise would be nice. Everyone keeps telling me I need a vise. I know I do. Trust me. Shred. That's all copper. You see me do a bunch of those. I will strip that all off of there. What's next? So that little guy, there's going to be some silver contacts in there, definitely. A little bit of brass. A little bit of copper. Might be a silver contact on the end there, it looks like. Yeah, just gears. Shred. Yeah, like I said in there, that's where that silver contact came from. That little switch. Switcheroo. Up in there. How does that go with that tiny little contact? That almost ain't even worth cutting off. Wow, that's really tiny. We're just gonna go that right in the copper. Alright. You'll find the same thing in here. All in between there. I'll cut them out later. But all that's so silver contacts, tiny little things. Relays look a little different. I can almost guarantee copper and silver. It's a relay, same thing. A little brass, same thing. All right, we got these bad boys. And those. That's it for the bucket. A little wire. Number 2 insulated. All yellow things trash. Shred. I'll separate it outside because all the bins are out there for boards and shred. So we'll separate that outside. I'm just going to throw it in there for now. And that way I can go through all that crap-oly and we'll get back to you. I'll show you how much copper I get out of the rest of that. So I'll smash all that crap open and save you the boringness of watching that. I know it's fun, but it's only fun for a certain point. And then we'll see what we got. We'll see how filled our bin is just with copper off them 2 machines. Which, I mean, so far so good. A piece of brass that fell out. I'm not complaining with what I've found so far, so it's better than what I would got if I just straight scrapped it, that's for sure. I've probably doubled my money at least already. So, we'll be back. Alright, that's all our shred. That's all the copper, besides the wire. Obviously, we still got the wire. It's all the number 2 that I pulled out. At least a pound or so. So that's cool. I mean, right there is more than I would have gotten for the whole machine. The 2 machines, really. Just as much. So pulling all that out and that. Plus we got some aluminum breakage and stuff. You know, it doubles your money on the machine. Which is nice. Can't complain about that. Oh. So I'll take this piece and it's pretty clean for number 1, but that can go in the number 1 bucket. This can all go in that number 2 bucket. Pretty good amount, about a softball size of copper there. All that stuff's number 2. Plus we got all that wire there, that's number 2. And I got the other boards I gotta clean up a little bit of copper off of, so I'll do that. Just throw it in the bin. So that's pretty much it for the machines. I mean, not bad. And all that stuff there, that's all silver bearing contacts in there. Plus those. The whole thing. Little cap there. Filled with silver contacts. So all that silver contacts. Ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Ain't bad at all. So that's what we're gonna go with today, and you know, that'll go in the bin for the shred. I'll take the copper off them and throw all that stuff in the shred, and it's bins. So that's, that's all the copper I got from them two machines. A little bit of brass, very little. But I mean, I at least pulled $4 or $5 worth of copper out of the two machines. I mean, the two machines alone are probably only worth $5, $6 a piece, if that. So you can't beat that. Almost doubling your money just by pulling out that little bit of copper. It didn't take me long, about an hour or so to do them all. And still got all that stuff I can shred if I want to, or otherwise it goes in number 2. Friggin' aluminum wire on it. Got some boards and the rest of that shred. But yeah, I got about a softball sized amount out of the two machines of copper plus all the wire still that's not shred. So I mean, that's not bad for a couple transformers and stuff. Peel them apart. Oh, I'm lying. I do have one more. There's this one. I have to get the grinder out to cut that weld. And then we have a little bit more. This will have a pretty good amount in there too. I already checked it. It's copper. But I'm not going to cut it today because I don't got the grinder out. But I'll do that, and that'll go in a pile too. It's probably got at least $5 or $6 in copper altogether, if not more with that. So probably about $10 worth of copper if you take all that wiring into consideration. Not bad for doubling your money on ripping apart a couple machines real quick. And you get enough of them, it all adds up. That's how I got that bucket there of number 2. Just tearing apart the transformers and stuff, relays, all that little stuff. I got some more stuff I'm going to tear apart later today, and I'm going to throw that in the bin too. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll come back after I tear the rest of those apart. And we'll tear that coil from my truck apart to see what's in there. Because what the heck, we got it. Why not? And I'd like to take the time to thank everybody for subscribing. It's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for hitting that like button, the subscribe button. It's awesome. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, everybody out there. Thank you to all the people that have been coming back and watching the videos. It's pretty cool. And give you a little non-ferrous scan of what's going on here. Boop, 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 boop. We still got that to go through. I found that in the back. I forgot about it. There's a couple motors, a bunch of brass, some copper tubing and stuff in there. It's got to be cleaned up. I'll just add to all the fun. That's all number 2 way down there. Bucket of number 2 wire needs to be shredded. This got to be cleaned up and they can go in there. I got a whole bag of wires back there. It's all Romex. That bag there is all freaking cords. It's all like a half a contractor bag full of cord. All clean. There's some ends I've been saving since somebody told me how easy it is to save them. And a couple pieces of number 1 there. That's got to go in the bin. But the number 1 bin's kind of hidden right now. Buried, rumor like it. So I'll see you back when I get the rest of this stuff cleaned up today. And we'll see what the pile looks like from those couple little boards. What I clean up off them. Should get another little bit of copper out of them. Not much, but hey, it's something.